Connect Club.
Collectively cultivating change through creativity.
Always. How are you, dog? How you guys doing?
Good.
Guys, we finally started the podcast, guys.
Yeah.
The thing I was
This is
talking
day
about.
2, by the way. Day 2.
Take 2.
Because yesterday we had too many technical difficulties. It was terrible.
I don't think it was terrible. It was a practice run, dog. We had to fail yesterday
to know what we're doing right now.
But today, I'm so excited, dog. Even Tannya knows, dog.
By the way,
I'm excited.
I'm Kef.
I'm Wanu, and today we have
an anonymous voice.
Yeah,
it's Tannya.
that's fine.
We have Tannya. Tannya is probably the smartest woman I know. In terms of like the age brackets, because she has good perspective. She thinks a lot. She's smart, dog. She's very smart, dog.
I'm very interested in finding that out.
Yeah, dog. Tannya, don't you think you're smart though? Like aside from everything else.
I mean,
On a scale of 1 to 10.
but everyone will have their own opinion, I guess.
Okay. How smart do you think
He doesn't know yet. I haven't spoken to him that long, so he'll be judging.
Why are you stopping me from answering though? What if
Okay,
I'm gonna
fine.
say you're a genius? Which you're not, but
exactly. How?
But yeah. Let's get this show going.
Yeah, so let's get the show going. Basically, the Connect Club, dude, we're just starting this thing so we can talk about, I guess, normal issues in SA, but also trying to add value to the youth experience as much as possible, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's still recording.
Yeah, cool.
Alright, cool. So, yeah, guys, the first thing, guys, I want to talk about, man. These days, bruh, there's been so much electricity, dog.
It's like you don't even know what to do with it.
It's like, what must you do with this electricity, dog? So, yeah, but that doesn't change the fact that we still have load shedding.
Yeah.
So, Katiana, 2 hours. But I was watching, like, a podcast, right? Podcast and show. So they had these, like, engineers, electrical engineers, civil engineers, and they were talking how to solve load shedding.
Oh, how, like, it's solvable, like, quickly.
Yeah,
I
solve,
remember.
quickly.
I saw it, yeah.
So I was thinking, bro, how much have these people like really stolen from us, dog?
Like they're stealing in front of our faces.
Hey, dog.
And it's bad when the corruption is evident within the people of the country, you know, at least if it stays in the back.
No, but then corruption is always going to be there, and it was always there from the beginning.
It's just at this point they don't care anymore. They're still in front of our
faces. Yeah, I feel like in the past, like especially post-apartheid, corruption was always there, like from the beginning, ever since the ANC won and stuff. It's just that it was not exposed. So when you told people that these people are corrupt, they were like, "Oh, you lying? These people are helping us."
Wait, are you talking about whites or like whites?
No, just like the government in general.
And the government was white.
No, I'm saying after.
Oh, after.
Yeah, Mara, even the whites were corrupt, but then the whites delivered. They were corrupt, but they delivered.
I don't agree with that.
You
know how the whites push corruption. You know how they pushed it.
What?
They wouldn't get tenders, right? But obviously their business would get business, right, from the government. But what they would do is that they would buy farms, they would invest in schools. You know, that's their
because they think ahead and they're smart. And even if they did steal, like if you were to give them 10 million, don't only steal 1 and then do the job and stuff. Tina, get 10 million, we want 9.
But then it's a different type of corruption now, because it was only benefiting the white people back then, so it was way simpler.
Yeah, okay, that's true, really, because they didn't have to cater for the whole country; they had to cater just for those
and especially
those
since we're in South Africa,
that's true.
The majority are colored people, so it's just like for that
You
substrata.
You mean black?
No, it's
colored.
Yeah.
Oh, like
colored,
other races. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
People with melanin, shall I say? So yeah,
but it made me think, dog. How do we solve load shedding, dog? Like completely. Because load shedding has been here since 2007, dog. That's like 16 years now. So
it's not that hard to solve that any problem like that, man. So it's just like we already know that they're scamming.
They actually tried building like other power stations, just that the ones that they tried doing, they didn't work out. Yeah, I remember when Zuma was president, there was a time when he made a speech about creating other types
of power. He did build a power station.
He did, but then it's not as effective as the coal.
But you know what I think, man? Speaking about like presidents, I think we are too critical of Cyril, in my opinion. Let me explain. South Africa has been a democracy since 1994. Yeah, so let me explain, right?
Mm-hmm.
So many presidents have been in office, dog, and so many of them have created so much destruction in terms of governance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kav Thabo Mbeki, right?
Yeah.
In Thabo Mbeki's presidency, how many people died of HIV and AIDS because there weren't like enough preventative measures? He
Mm-hmm.
wasn't. He wasn't. He wasn't prioritizing people with HIV/AIDS. He said that it you won't die of AIDS, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'll die of something else, which is I think immune deficiency disease, but it's not caused. He argued that the cause was not AIDS. The cause was not what HIV
HIV,
that could lead to AIDS. So things like that have already crippled us, right? Because HIV and AIDS, people are dying, less mortality rates, people can't work, what unemployment. So already that's a problem. So I think more than anything, we should look to the future, right? Because you can't just keep on blaming someone. Right? South Africans love to blame, I think, and that's like a huge issue.
But then it's also holding accountability.
Yeah. But that guy's old, bro. What are you gonna say to him? It's not like dude, we can go to him and be like, yo, dog, look at the stats. Look how many people died.
Who, Tao?
Thabo Mbeki. Yeah, it's not like we can do that. You know what I mean?
I mean, he doesn't have power anymore.
Jacob Zuma, I think, is probably like the scapegoat for corruption, ill governance, right? Because we look at the ANC and we're like, wow, you guys really crippled us. Us as me personally, I look at them and I'm like, wow, these guys, yo, they finished us.
No matter the past presidency, what you can look to it for is like seeing the lack of change and stuff like that. So you take all those things that they didn't do and you have to bring it to the next president.
Yeah.
Address
like you
it in
see,
the next president.
like to be honest, like even though you guys say Cyril is like the worst president you ever had, Cyril has had the most load to deal with compared to Zuma and Thabo Mbeki. He had to deal with COVID-19, and that's why he had to now beg those countries producing vaccines. I don't know if you saw that video where he was saying that he felt like a beggar when he had to ask them to send vaccines so that we can get. Like he had the worst shame. That guy was. Yeah, like I was stressed. I felt sorry for him that moment. We had to constantly to be doing speeches, comforting people. Hey, don't worry, you guys are safe. And the healthcare system was at wrecks and all that. So like he had the worst of it all. And then load shedding, the thing that he's dealing with now. I mean, load shedding has always been a problem. Ever since, especially when Jacob Zuma was still president. That's actually when load shedding was introduced. That's actually where they made a speech and they explained what it is and why we had to do it. And they explained that the power station cannot sustain the whole country in one, otherwise it'll shut down. So like the load is put onto him. So even after he leaves, someone will have that load. Someone will have to deal with the load that Cyril caused, and he has to solve it. You see. So thing is, you can't expect him to solve everything. He's only one person.
But I think there's a solution to load shedding, guys. There's solar power, there's wind power. There are places in SA where wind power is like prevalent. You could use that, right? Because I think it's PE where there's like a lot of wind. You could set up those wind towers there, and then wind turbines, we call them. And then those could produce electricity. I don't think it's a huge issue, but it's very solvable if you just like scale.
So what do you think they're profiting? What are they profiting from all this load shedding stuff?
Well, under the independent power producers, right? So independent power producers sell their, I think, electricity supply to government, right? So they give tenders and whatever. So what they do, right? Those guys that give the tenders, they prioritize a certain group, and then that group to profit maximize, they produce a less amount but at a higher price, and then what their gross profit is huge. And then that's what I think. I don't know what the truth is, but also, Eskom, right, produces electricity, but there are certain like departments in that they produce to, or certain like target markets or certain market segments. Like us, we're general consumers. We get electricity because we need it to watch TV, things like that. But then there are businesses, they need it because they need to produce and stuff. And then there are also people who are doing like research and whatever. And then there are people, I think, in some other industry, but they're producing very like specialized things. So what they do is that they negotiate with them to produce electricity at a lower cost. So I think that cost is like R2 something, but it's a lower tariff than we pay. So because they are paying a lower tariff, obviously they're going to demand more electricity, and that puts strain on the electricity grid. So that's why we suffer, because they're getting it at a lower cost, which means they're demanding more. It's supply and demand.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also illegal connections, obviously. But
They're actually complaining that illegal connections are the reasons why they Escom spend so much
Yeah.
money. I don't know if you saw the news. There was actually a time where they were cutting
yeah.
all everywhere. That was
No.
crazy.
Fuck, that's
I
crazy.
know it was crazy. Like,
What are you
literally,
cutting?
like they went to informal settlements where like illegal connections are like at the height, and they actually were cutting off all those cables that were connected. And you're like, Mara, people don't have electricity already, and then you do
That's when they want to take
like,
action.
that's crazy.
Yeah, but
But they were arguing over here. It takes like something million costs to do that. So that was a way of solving load shedding.
but enough about like load shedding. Right? We're gonna sit here depressed if we talk about these things all day, But I think another thing we need to
But then it's I don't think it's gonna be solved anymore because we already accepted it. So I guess it's a norm. It's a new life.
Nah, I don't want this to be my norm. You see,
it's already a norm.
where we have a problem as the youth, I feel like we are too accepting of things because we look at things and we think, someone else can solve that.
Yeah,
no one's
we're
gonna
waiting for
take that.
someone
We're
to
waiting.
say it.
Waiting
And
for
even if
someone
that
to say,
someone
yeah.
does come and stuff, no one's gonna support that someone.
Yeah.
No one's gonna stand by that person.
Hey, black people, I would
Exactly.
And we were waiting for that one person to come, but then how much are you gonna stand behind that person through everything?
Because also you'll never think of standing up. So why would you support
And
someone standing up?
you don't even understand how much power we have. You just think like, you think of yourself as one person.
Exactly. We should think of ourselves as like
a unit.
I don't know how to say I'm a 2K, but that's what they've called us, guys. Maybe we should start embracing this thing.
Something, guys.
We should start embracing it. 2K, guys. We are 2Ks. We should start standing together as 2Ks, man. Because that's the only way how. So.
But then people don't want to vote, so.
I was looking at a stat actually.
People don't want to vote.
There's a stat that says I think there's 14 million unregistered people, young people, who haven't registered to vote.
Yeah, because
and that could actually change because in I don't remember, but 2021 I think when the NC was being voted in, I think it was municipal elections. They got less than 14 million votes. So technically, if we vote for someone either in the ANC, we could actually get them out of power. So I think that's what needs to happen.
Yeah, but
I think I'm gonna put the voter registration link in the bio.
And also you should also just like as a collective try and have these conversations because when people are voting they vote for it like okay me I believe in this I'm gonna vote for this party instead of everyone collectively coming to say maybe if our votes weren't so dispersed into everyone's different we can just focus on one thing that let's give this thing chance.
Yeah, they did. There was this other political analyst who said like if people were smart they would say this year we give this party a chance, and then if they don't deliver, we go to the next one. And then if this one doesn't do that, then
that's a great idea.
That's the only way. That's the only way a political party will do what they're supposed to do. Of course, they're still gonna be corrupt and try and gain whatever they want personally, but they will do it to stay in power. So because ANC knows that no matter what we do, we're still gonna stay in power. They're gonna do whatever they want. They know like no matter what, we're gonna win.
And a new party has more to prove, in those when they are new. Yeah. Instead of ANC, who's just been complacent.
The thing is, the ANC has done a lot, so
they've damaged a lot.
But they've done a lot as well. Yeah, so they know they're gonna win regardless of what happens. Especially now that the youth doesn't vote. If the youth doesn't vote, it's guaranteed that they're gonna win because the old generation believes in the ANC. True, because if you think about it, when you look at the results, like they do per province and sometimes they do per municipality. You find that municipalities like Kuruleni, Pretoria, Joburg, and Cape Town, the DA1 because that's where most of the young people are. And then when you go to Eastern Cape, Limpopo, ANC, and that's where they actually visit the most because they know those are my voters. You don't find them in Pretoria, you don't find them in Joburg, you don't find them in the youth, you find them at home because they know that's where they're gonna get their votes. So that's why you say until the youth does vote, they're always going to be in power. But then, of course, like they have things secured like SASA. People are afraid that SASA is going to be gone once the NC is shut down and stuff like that. And then you see now, that's when you know that people are misinformed. They don't know their political system and how it works.
And that's what they like. They like people to stay ignorant and be eating off.
No, people are ignorant, very. And also this thing of giving people free stuff, that's what like hooks them in. They tell you no, we'll give you this, we'll give you that. They hooked them in there and then.
I remember there was this one time when they were celebrating about this. Given out the most grants ever in this thing. And like, why are you so happy you're giving out
They know
grants?
that's what is gonna make them keep voting and stuff. Because when you vote, people when they vote, they think about the benefits or if. What am I gonna do? How am I gonna live now? It's just like that. So, like, remember when you said that you're afraid that the DA shouldn't be winning because you're afraid Balotelli will come back? Yeah, you always say that.
Okay. Yeah, probably I share the same sentiment.
You always say that.
But yeah, I feel like, okay, let me like explain it. I think, yeah, I agree with you guys. We need to start voting for people more than political parties. I think, right? But the problem is that these people, bruh, they they don't acclimate with the youth. They don't we don't see them and like I'll vote for that guy. You politics shouldn't be like that. You know what I mean? You should be able to have a conversation. These people are not celebrities. They're politicians.
And also,
Which
what
means they serve
influence
the
do they
people.
have in the
Exactly.
youth? If we are so ignorant as to not vote, what influence are they having really to make us want to vote?
Because
Yeah,
you
but
complain,
the
people
other
complain
thing is
about
like
load shedding.
they're not giving the youth the chance because if you look at most of the ministers and the presidents, like the whole cabinet, it's just old people like 60 up, not even 50.
I think there's a law.
60 up.
From
And then and then it's like, okay, then you're gonna die soon. Like most of you guys are at your deathbed. So now who's gonna now step up after you guys? You see now. And then like also like they also can relate to the youth and stuff because like 2000s, like we are moving at what is it? Is it IQ something like AI? Yes. We're advanced now with technology. We prefer using our cell phones. How can they relate to that? Because they're not from a generation where like technology is their thing, and they're old people, so they probably do not understand it the way we do. So you see now, that's also another problem. They can't relate to us, honestly.
I think
They're just too old.
passed the law now that if you want to be a public servant, you don't have to be 35 years and older. You can be 18 years and older. But that still doesn't help because now people.
But they're not giving those people that power to do that because they're still recruiting their old friends that they promised they'll get them this job and all that. I mean, Fikile Mbalula, he's been the Minister of Health, Minister of Transport. Like, he knows he's set for life.
I think Fikile wants to be a celebrity, dog.
Yeah, there's some people who've been in the cabinet for so long because they're friends, they're buddies, they're doing like favors for each other. They're not really trying to grow the country or all that.
Everything is systematic. There's nothing like actually where people are taking initiative.
Yeah, dog. Enough about that, dog. Do you see that video of that guy getting assassinated, dog? Like slain.
Metro.
Yeah, I think it was a Metro cop.
When was that?
Yo, like somewhere this week, Monday.
Because of what?
He had a gun in his hand, so he was threatening another.
He was just waving this gun around. To another Metro.
But the thing is, one of the guy was waving the gun around. I think he's a Metro cop. And then
weren't they both Metro police?
No, the other one is SEPS.
Oh yeah.
One is Metro, one is SEPS.
Okay.
So I was thinking, bruh, if you can record a video of someone dying, like being shot in the street, not with like a camera from a business or something like a CCTV footage, if you can record it and watch it and be like, yo, as a South African, right, it makes me wonder like how fucking desensitized.
And the worst part is like the person taking the video didn't even flinch. It's steady the entire time.
He's just like yo. Shit's crazy, dog.
Very desensitized, man.
Yeah, I mean, crime, open daylight robbery and stuff. People don't care anymore. I mean, go to small street and you get robbed. People will pass you.
It's nothing new.
Like, it goes back to that thing on SA, bruh. SA is just an ungovernable country, dog, at times. Like, even our policing system is
services are bad and stuff, and like people don't really care. But you know why? But it's also because like we normalize it and we just accept and we don't say anything. I mean, if you go to places like Eden Vale and you go to the Home Affairs there, it's not the same as the one in Mahayeng or Eden at Kempton Park. I mean, there they deliver. They'll communicate to the system is offline. And then when it's online, but then you go there, you find one person working, and there's like a whole long line outside, and you find
Mm.
one person working when you get inside. Like, what is
Mm,
that?
But
Because
it
I
goes
remember
back
when I
to-
had to get my ID,
yeah.
my mother woke up at 5, I
Mm,
don't know, and then she left around 6
yeah.
to stand in line for me in Kempton Park. I couldn't go in the morning because I had extra classes that day. You know, metric, you have classes during the weekend. I only got inside at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Damn. Did you get served on the same day?
Yeah, luckily, but
Or was the
But
system
then-
offline?
I don't know what was happening because I got there at like 2, I think. So
You see how it is become. I wasn't even shocked by that. We normalize these type of things.
No, man, even when I had to fetch my ID, I thought, you just take. I still had to stand in line for fetching
Mm.
a whole ID.
Yeah, but guys, depressing. It all comes back down to, guys, we're a shit country. We can't change anything, but I think we need to
We can
change.
if you speak out.
Yeah, I was watching an episode of this other podcast, man. This guy's name is Pena. He calls himself a god. He has his own religion, whatever.
Oh, I love that guy.
I also,
Who's this now?
nah,
Who are these cult leaders that we are
that
talking
guy's a
about?
cult leader, but he's a chill guy. So he was
No, thing
interviewed.
is, he has his own religion
He was
that he
interviewed,
believes. You know,
Does it make sense to you?
to him it does.
Okay, we'll explain that. I think maybe in the next episode, or whatever.
Okay.
Then he was interviewing this guy named Gaten McKenzie. Gaten McKenzie is the leader of the Patriotic Alliance, right? And he's going to be running for presidency next year, right?
Okay.
So Gaten, the panel asked him, like, dude, if you're president, like, what would actually change? So he said, if you want to solve crime, you have to take all these small fishes who are in prison, you have to take them out, and then you have to arrest the big fishes. Because right now, the way the policing structure it works, right, is that if you have money, you can just avoid jail,
That's true.
right?
Yeah.
So what they do is that they arrest these people who are small fishes, people who commit
Oh,
petty crime.
yeah.
They have like 5
Like
years.
robbery.
Robbery.
Or even if they just
Yeah.
find you standing there, they still
Mm.
arrest you. Or, you were still at the crime scene.
Yeah.
What? And then you
They're
find
good at
someone
those type
serving
of
20
things.
years for
Correct,
that.
type
You're
of
like,
thing. Like, yeah. And then he
Really?
also said he'd make conscription a thing. Conscription is where basically you have to be enlisted into the army. Like,
or like how they did in war.
Yeah, legally, how they did in war, legally
Okay.
and like lawfully, right? So it's just
Like
a
when
law.
you're 18, you must
Yeah,
go.
and I was thinking about it. That would actually work because you'd have pride for your country. You'd understand,
Mhm.
okay, I'm
Okay, but
actually
then
working
what
for
will
the
happen
brand.
to the service sector then?
The service sector.
Yeah, like who would be working in the office and corporate and stuff?
No, how it works is that obviously you can work around that. You don't have to go
Or like,
every
like
day.
what,
you
you
know
serve
what I
a
mean?
number of years, then that's
Yeah,
when-
you serve a number of years and then you only do it in a specific time, like June or whatever. You have like a specific
Well, it's
time
like a
to
thing like
serve.
when you turn 18, you can go
Exactly.
to war.
Yeah,
Is it
maybe.
like
Yeah, it's like that
you
type of
should
thing.
or
Not you should go to war, but
It's
you
like
should
it's
go.
not a
to-
choice.
It's a choice, but it's also legal. So
Oh, okay.
how it works is that maybe you take a gap year, right? And maybe they'll say, okay, we'll fund the first year of your studies if you get training.
they
Mm.
And then that would be that incentive for guys and for women, right? And then you get there, you get training about how to cook, how to defend yourself, how to handle a weapon, things like that. I'm thinking, bro, that could actually work. Because then you'd have discipline. You'd have
Mm.
that thing of, hey, this is how systems work. If I destroy the system, it's not only going to influence me.
Mm.
Someone's family is not going to eat because I am not doing my job. Because
Mm.
that's what I feel like most of the times South Africans they lack. And he also said he'd make sure that we're independent from international suppliers, so international countries like the USA and stuff.
Yeah, because that's actually what
It's killing us.
Yeah, it's killing us.
Mhm.
That American dollar, how it got cancelled.
Yeah, dog. But I was thinking, like,
Yeah,
dog,
sure.
who the fuck are we gonna vote for, bro? Because Gaten McKenzie for me is the only one. I'm like, okay, this guy's actually cool.
We have to start more forums, more
More forums,
propaganda, you know.
Yeah.
The only propaganda can't be like billboards or these people going to these other provinces and just doing the things they
Giving
you have to
people
relate to
shirts.
it. Yeah, dog, like,
You know
what
these
kind of
rallies.
prop-
You know these these rallies. I feel like politics is old school, man. Like you have to go to this rally.
It's too old school, dog.
Dog.
Make it relate to us.
Like, dog, bring cups that are small, man.
Mm.
What
Let
do you
us-
want? You want a celebrity now?
It works.
It
Comes out
works,
the small
bro.
says vote, whatever.
It doesn't even need to say vote. You know what you
Yeah.
do? You maybe you bring a podcast there, right, to the rally, and then that guy gets interviewed. Now they want to tell us, like, we want to do this. We must vote for us. We must encourage each other to vote for us. Like, what does that help with if we're not having a conversation? Because you're basically delegating to us what you're gonna do. You're not hearing our needs. There's only, it's like, it brings back that thing of only, there's a linear communication. It's a linear conversation. It's like, I'm telling you, I'm going to do this. But you're not telling
There's
me
no
what
feedback,
you want, and there's no feedback. Yeah.
And I feel like that's good with like getting like somewhat influencers to
But
start
then
portraying these
most of the
messages.
time when they do involve the public doesn't really comment or say anything.
It's because it's not engaging them.
It's not
You have to
engaging.
engage
It's
them.
not fun, bro.
Engagement is not a choice. If you like it, you like it.
So what you prefer that they use these celebrities and influencers to engage with their youth?
Because look at these people. These people are like role models in a sense. If you can see a role model having somewhat of a certain stance going towards something, it can also affect you.
Okay. Enough about that. Let's play a game, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Game. The Connect Club. Since it's called the Connect Club,
Mhm.
I decided to call the game Connecting the Dots.
Okay.
Guys, be excited now. Okay. So how it's gonna work now is that you're gonna basically ask her, but I'm gonna ask her the questions, right?
I'm gonna ask her, but you're gonna ask the questions.
So it's basically I'm asking the questions, but it's between you two.
Okay.
So whoever gets the most answers wins.
Oh man, you're setting me up for play there.
Okay, but it's about essay, so it's nothing like foreign.
Okay.
It's like simple questions.
Simple
Questions that I know the answers to.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna start with. Let me start with you. Let me start with you.
Yesterday
Okay.
wasn't enough. No?
Yesterday was, but I didn't tell you the answers yesterday at least. So yeah. First question: when is Freedom Day?
16 April. Isn't it 16 April?
April 20.
No.
24 April.
Yeah, you're still wrong. These questions.
Wait.
So if you get it right, you're basically adding to his title.
Okay.
April 20.
You guys don't know when Freedom Day is.
2020.
Is it 23 or 24? Between those two days.
26?
No, man.
27?
No. Yeah, 2027.
Oh,
Yeah.
27 April, yeah.
27. I should have a timer.
20, yeah. I remember it's 20.
You're like
Now if I'm the editor, I'm gonna make the timer look so slow.
Okay, next.
According to wait, let me search the publication. Yeah. Great. But you're gonna see
The source is trust me, bro.
Okay. Who is the greatest South African ever?
In terms
According to I think it was Sunday Times, the big publication in 2004. But just
greatest South African.
greatest South African ever. They had a list like 100 people.
In terms of what? Money, business? What?
No, just think about it. 2004. Who do you think the general public was loving?
Nelson Mandela.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay, third question. Which essay, popular media personality? You probably know this.
Okay.
Which popular essay media influencer or personality is known popularly as Queen Bee?
Bonang come on.
Okay.
Wait, how is this working? Is this open-ended? Is anyone answering?
Yes,
No,
yeah.
Oh,
Okay, you got
yeah.
three. You got three.
I got 3
Yeah,
for 3.
just
three.
whoever answers first.
Whoever answers first.
Okay.
Name the 3 capital cities of South Africa.
Pretoria.
Cape Town.
Okay.
Cape Town and Johannesburg, I think.
You're wrong.
Okay, I don't know
Who's
the last
wrong?
one here.
Oh, Cape Town.
Pretoria is definitely one of them.
Cape Town, Pretoria, and I was gonna say Limpopo.
It's not.
It's not Limpopo.
You're the one who made me think of Limpopo.
No.
Yeah, almost out of time, man.
And it's simple, right?
Yeah, simple. Very simple.
It's not complicated.
Come on, which one is it?
Bloemfontein.
Oh.
Bloemfontein.
Okay.
Bloemfontein.
What is the capital for?
Free State.
No, like
No.
it's a capital city.
Okay.
Cape Town,
Search about it.
Pretoria, Bloemfontein. I also didn't know, but yeah. But you guys don't know this. These
So what is
questions.
Joburg? What is Joburg for then? Joburg is supposed to be capital.
Nah,
Just because you're in
Because you
Joburg,
know,
you think it's the main
it's a world class
city.
seat. They call it a world class seat in Africa, Papa.
Okay.
Why is it not a capital? I don't look at it.
Which South African football team is the most decorated?
Decorated. Kaiser
As
Chiefs.
in overall.
Is it Kaiser Chiefs?
Premier League titles, Champions Leagues.
I mean, I don't know soccer, so.
Just guess.
Sundowns. Wait, decorated. I said Kaiser Chiefs, not Pirates.
Which ones did you say? What are your official answers?
How many? I named 3. Yeah, I named 3. Yeah, any of those, right?
Yeah.
Why you
Chiefs.
in tell me? I said, how many times did I say Chiefs?
Okay. You guys should know this one. Which political party currently governs Ekurhuleni?
DA.
Okay, yeah, she's right.
Yeah,
How
she's
many
right.
how many answers did you get right?
I don't know. I don't count.
Okay, I think she got the
It's
creepy one.
fine.
She got the.
Long.
You guys will share the chocolate.
There's a prize.
Yeah. But
I should do this
that was
more
that was
often.
that was the first episode of the Connect Club. Yeah, I guess you catch us on the next one.
Catch us on the next one.
Ah,
The Connect Club,
share,
you know,
share,
creatively
link, share,
cultivating.
subscribe. Is it still recording? Link, share, subscribe. My
Let us
Instagram,
know
let
what
us
you
know,
want us to talk about. Let us know any feedback.
and let us know if like this shit was boring as fuck.
Yeah, guys. We're just testing this out, guys. Like these first few episodes are just gonna be different. The next episode is not gonna be different to the vibe from this one. You know, seeing what works.
If between any, I guess like period within this episode, you felt like you were bored out of your mind, and you want to
Tell us the timestamp.
Tell us the timestamp.
We'll get rid of whoever was speaking at that
We'll
time.
edit it out. We'll re-upload it just for you. And yeah, I think the Connect Club is a choke name, but just to reiterate, we're here to talk about our opinions. So they might not be your opinions, but like let us know what you think in the comments, man. And yeah, I guess if you wanna subscribe.
Just subscribe.
If you wanna like, share, the
Do all
vibes.
that.
Because yeah, we really wanna like make sure that we start stimulating more of these conversations amongst people who are our age and stuff.
Mhm.
So yeah, if you're 2000 and you liked it, if you're 99, if you're an 80, if you're 70, if you're 60, if you're Jacob Zuma,
Let's not go there.
you know what I mean. But yeah, let us know what you think in the comments.
Yeah.
Let us be brutally honest, and yeah, we look forward to catching you on the next one, the Connect Club. Yeah.